Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm writing to How to Kill Death, Swami Anubhavananda. So, this was kind of interesting when it popped up. I'm like, you can't kill death, I don't believe. Unless you're talking about like I believe Kali, maybe this destruction, I'm not sure. Or like the specific god of death. I don't know, I don't think so. I have a feeling it's more of the mortal realms of death. Like, us dying. How do we kill us dying, in a sense? So essentially, how to stop death, translated. With at least in terms of Advaita Vedanta, there is no killing death because there is no death at all. So I don't know what this is going to be about, but I have a feeling it's going to be that. It's the sheer fact that your true self is never dying. It was never born, and therefore it can never die. So let's go ahead and give this video a shot.
Problem is ignorant people. The ignorant people have got the notion that the worldly things and beings are the source of happiness, which is not. And therefore, they are amruttave prapayanti. Therefore, they are constantly miserable, and when we get something or we don't get something. But dhirastu dhairyena taranti mrityum. But dhira purusha is one who is leading his life with understanding and wisdom. Dhairyena taranti mrityum. They are no more miserable in this world. So, what is death? Pramado vai mrityum ravivi. Pramada is non-recognition of our divine nature. Here, what is the meaning of the mrityu? Because we have not recognized our divine nature, we are desiring the worldly things only to get happiness. And because of this addiction, we develop a wrong faculty that this particular object is the source of happiness, and this is how we become miserable. But a wise man knows about it, that happiness is not coming from the worldly objects, but it is our own bliss that we are retesting. Yo vidhyayan anutpattishu निहन्त्य अनादराचारेण प्रतिबुध्यमानः स वै मृत्युवाति भूत्वा एवं विद्वान् यो भियन्तीह कामान्. So therefore, in this manner, a person who is able to reject the worldly enchantment and attraction. See? How? Because they are anutpattishu, they are temporary, they are not all the time. Now here one point we have to learn. Point is, human mind cannot remain attracted toward the same thing, same joy, same person all the time throughout life. It doesn't remain. This is the foundation. If we learn this thing, then the life changes. The initial attraction slowly recedes. This rule is for everything and being. Old couples stay together never because of love. They stay together because of necessity.
I think some older couples may disagree with that. But at the same time, I do believe I think there might be exceptions to that rule. I don't know if it's an exception or it's like a small minority. Necessity. I don't know. I don't think so. Now, what is the necessity, though? I think that'd be more along the lines of companionship, just because they don't want to be alone, so they stay together out of necessity. Not necessity from the children, because the children at these points they're adults now, so they don't need to stay together for the sake of the children, because the children are no longer living with them. So the necessity originally was with the children. They need to make sure they raise the children right. Then after the children leaves the nest, then the necessity changes to not wanting to be alone, probably. I don't know. There's some people who they love each other and they just love being together. It doesn't have to be anything deeper than that. But then I don't know, the way society is going, it's I wonder if that's going to be true, where it's no longer necessarily love, but out of necessity because of fear of being alone as opposed to loving each other, which would be kind of depressing. I'm trying to think throughout the human history. It was kind of necessity, yeah. I guess I wouldn't doubt that overwhelming majority, if not just majority, is out of necessity, and there's some for love. Not a lot for love, but some for love. It's kind of funny in a sense, but also I can see some people saying that it's kind of depressing as well, because why do you want to stay together at necessity? Especially when you look at it in the past, when it takes two people to kind of keep the household together. You have people working inside and outside, and it's very difficult if you're by yourself to maintain the house both internally and externally. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, hopefully that was captured. My battery's running low in my headphones. All right, let's go and continue.
Love drives away. Love is only imagination. Two wise people only can stay together. Hey friends. Therefore, the wise man, knowing the status of the worldly objects in our mind, therefore, he is not thinking of the same thing again and again. See? And therefore, knowing this very well, he slowly gives away the attraction and desire for the worldly things. Now, again, learn from our experiences. When we were children, how much we were attached to the small little toys and all that. As we started growing up, now we are grown up, hopefully. Now, are we having liking or disliking for those toys which the children have? No. We have grown out of it. So, three stages. One is liking, enslaving. Second is hatred. Third is presence and absence of those things make no difference to us.
Hating and liking, I think, are both enslaving. I wonder if he meant to say that, or how he says it is implied for that. Because obviously, if you hate something, something has a visceral reaction to you. So anytime it's shown to you, it just automatically happens. You're enslaved to it, whether it's a liking portion of it or a disliking portion. No difference. To me, my point of view is a little bit different on this. I don't mind liking stuff. I like toys, not all toys, obviously, but some things are just a reminder of your childhood that was really nice. Like, I had a Tonka truck, and I wouldn't mind getting it again just to have it. It's not like how to say, not like I'd necessarily play with it, but it's just more along the lines of nice memories, or yeah, nice memories essentially, and maybe to give to children or something like that, your child. But maybe a small one just to keep on. Like I have a, I kind of have a area of where I have my. They're figures. They're not really toys. They're like statues, kind of. And I put it up there. I put a toy up there to be as a statue, just because it's something I enjoy and I like. And again, I don't believe liking necessarily as enslavement. It's only an enslavement if you suffer from it, in my opinion. My opinion. And that's my belief as well. My opinion and my belief that you're only ever enslaved of something is if you suffer from it, regardless whether you like it or not. If you don't like it and you suffer from it, then you're enslaved from it. If you like it and you suffer from it, then you're still enslaved from it. But if you like it but you don't suffer from it, then you're not enslaved from it. If you don't like it but you don't suffer from it, which I think that's the only way where you will still be enslaved. I think not liking, or not necessarily not liking, but hating it, hatred. Not liking it, it's not suffering from it. Hate, I think, is more of the appropriate term, because that's an active feeling. It's like, I do not like that at all. Whereas I don't like it just means you don't favor it in any way, but it's not like you actively hate it. I believe that that's perhaps a bit more the correct term. Like you can like something, you can not like something, but there's no attachment to it. Even though I know some people say when you have like, there's attachment. Not necessarily. Attachment would be if it goes away, then you suffer from it. That's attachment. You can like something, and if it goes away and it's fine, nothing changes in your life. That's what I mean by liking, by the way. You can like and appreciate something, but if it goes away, you're still fine. You're indifferent, and at that point. So, whereas some people like something and they want to keep it, and then if it goes away, they're affected by it, and that's when they suffer. So, I hope you understand the difference where I'm coming from. If there's any questions, please do ask. Even though I do try to, I do read comments, and so far a lot of people have made a statement, and there's a few of them I should have gotten back to. I am very terrible at replying back to comments, but I'm fairly slightly decent at reading most comments, though. So, so I do read comments for the most part, especially if I do get an email about it. YouTube tends to send an email, but again, sometimes there's just so many comments, it's kind of hard to go through them, and I don't make enough money off YouTube at all. I almost make nothing essentially. But anyways, let's continue.
We are grown out of it. Wise people are grown out of these worldly things. They are neither liking nor disliking because they have learned, understood what is the status of those worldly things. And therefore, savai mrityu mrityavati bhutva.
Again, my worldview is there's nothing wrong with liking or disliking something, it's just don't be attached to it. And I guess in terms of the Advaita Vedanta, I believe, I don't know if it's all of it or if that's even it, and or as far as I'm hearing from him, is that it's an attachment. But to me, you can like something and not be attached to it. I like this, like for example, if I say, I like this pen, but if I can throw it away right now and it wouldn't bother me at all. Hopefully that makes sense. I like this pen, so whenever I run out of ink, I'll throw it away and buy another one because I like the way it writes. But if it runs out of ink, I'm indifferent about it. I'm like, oh my god, in my life, I'm suffering from it or anything like that. Now, like liking this is my favorite dog, an animal companion. That can be a little bit different story. Obviously, you're gonna suffer a bit for it, but and you have attachment to it because it's a live animal typically. It's gonna be a bit of a different story, and I think again, it's mostly my opinion, obviously, that suffering a little bit for it. It's just going to happen. We're human beings. Nothing much you can do about it. But hopefully you don't suffer as much when you have this understanding. And also, in terms of Advaita Vedanta, it's just the body that's gone. And the consciousness is the consciousness going back. The consciousness is still always there. It's to me, for some weird reason, it's like the consciousness came to the dog, and then when the dog dies, the consciousness just goes back to the universe where all the consciousness is. But it's not like that. Anyways, let's continue.
Such a Mahatma alone, he eats the death. Killing the death. What is killing the death? Nothing in this world can disturb him.
Nothing can disturb him.
How simple it is.
Disturb him.
Therefore, one of the highest spiritual practices is this. We must not justify our being disturbed. Then what is the thing? Sahanam sarva dukkhanam. Chinta vilaparahitam. Sa titiksha nigadyate. Difficulties come in everybody's life. But if we are able to go through without reacting, then we come to know any problem, any difficulty you take in your life, the impact of that problem slowly wanes away as the time passes. It doesn't remain the same. In this manner, the wise man kills the death because he is no more enslaved by the worldly things, and therefore he is in tune with his which is divine nature. But the person who is like us, kamanusari purushaha kamananu vinashyati kaman vidyasya dhurute yatkinchit purusho rajaha. But kamanusari purushaha, a person who is following the dictates of the desires, kamanusari purushaha, then he is destroyed because of his own desires. Because desires have no end.
Yeah. I mean, again, there could be someone out there who has ended. Well, obviously, people who have obtained liberation have ended their desires. So there are people out there who have ended their desires. But if you have desires, it's never ending. So okay, yeah, yeah. Well, do I have desires? I think I do. But I guess the thing is that I don't let it. I don't suffer from it. Huh. At least I don't think so. I mean, I'm trying to think of things like there's many things I want, and I'm not necessarily suffering from it. Like because I understand. I want to be rich, but I understand why I'm not rich, so I'm not suffering from that. And the rich is not necessarily because I want to be a billionaire or anything like that. I just want to. I want to live life. I just want to do what I want, not have to work, and just have not necessarily have fun, not necessarily go out and explore the world per se. Actually, I probably would do that a little bit though. I'd probably go to India, go to Japan, go back home, go to let's say somewhere in Europe, but because I always had an interest in knights, so castles would be pretty cool to go see. But I don't know if I might have grown out of that now. But India and Japan so far. Again, Japan has a very big influence in the United States. India, because I do want to see a lot of those temples, are really nice, and I would love to go visit certain areas. I know I do understand and see things of the negatives of India. I wouldn't doubt that to be true. At the same time, there's also positives of India, of course. Again, like it's kind of like the way. Let me see if I can say this. Not can't say this, but how to say this. It's very similar to where I come from anyway, so it's not much difference, except for the Indian stare, though. I don't know if anyone ever explained that to me. I'm fine with it. I think I play around with people who stare at me, though. Hopefully, they get a laugh out of it. I stare at them back, maybe like wink or something like that, or do something funny, and hopefully they get a laugh out of it. Just again, like I said, I like to make people laugh. Let's see what else. Yeah, in India to see the temples and just see certain things. Japan for the anime and all these certain things to experience the culture over there. And I was gonna say somewhere in Europe, but not. I don't know. I'm not so much into the night stuff anymore. I guess in the castle, so that might have died down. And back home mostly. Something I can really think of. Oh, maybe go. I think a cool thing would be probably just go around tripping the United States as well. That would be the easiest to do because I don't have to fly. Well, I do have to fly. Freaking United States is pretty dang huge, but I probably would rather drive, and as I drive, visit the areas that I drive in. Yeah, like drive 6 hours and hopefully make it to the next state over. And just go visiting, experience America itself, the different foods and cultures around America, different kinds of landscapes and tourist attractions too. Anyways, that's my reaction to this. How to Kill Death. Interestingly enough, it's just not to be bothered. But at the same time, I get it. It's essentially it's detachment from the world, and at that point, you have killed death because you become essentially enlightened. I do believe that's the message he's trying to say, because once you have detached from the world, it's not necessarily you become enlightened right away, but that is at least a step in the process. I don't know if it is the end of the process or what, but it is a process to be enlightened. So nice. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up the sound down below. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.